5.
Uncommon news talk with only half the bias. That's what she said with Jennifer Torres.
That's right. Only half the bias here. You're welcome. Which half of the bias is it? Remains to be seen. I am Jennifer Torres. This is That's What She Said. I has eggplant here on Mojo 50. If you want to learn more about me, you need to go to Mojo 50. Let me see. Yeah, mojo50.com. There you will be able to sign up for free, because that's how we are. We're loving, giving libertarians. Don't let anybody ever tell you that conservatives or libertarians aren't charitable. So you can go to the Mojo 50, you sign up, and that gives you access to Mojo 50 TV. And any and everybody that is on the Mojo 50 TV. Yes? Excellent. It's good content, we swear. This segment brought to you by Combat Flip-Flops. CombatFlipFlops.com, where they keep your cold stuff cold. I'm kidding. It's a joke. So this is a veteran-owned American company, and we've talked about this before. The TED Talk video that they have out is excellent, where they discuss the concept that they decided that what they wanted to do, they had served in these nations, they had met the people, especially if you're in an area and you are peacekeeping troops. So it's your job to keep the peace, but not to have any kind of conflict. Good luck. That means you're buying a lot of people a beer. And while they're there, they're meeting the people and they're seeing that these people, they need an opportunity for education, they need an opportunity for income, they need hope. And they decided to go in and figure out ways to use local resources to create products that the local people could handcraft and then market it to us loving, giving Americans, and then put a portion of those funds toward supplying them with things that they need. One country, they're using the money to help clear minefields. In another country, they're helping to use the money to give them access to clean water. In another country, and in Afghanistan, they're using the money to go toward educating young girls. So Combat Flip-Flops, it's not just a place to buy really cool stuff that's very well made, things that are unique, things that your friends aren't going to have, things that you're not going to find on Amazon. It is also an opportunity to make a difference around the world. It's a beautiful thing. So when you go there, make sure you use promo code SENSE, SENSE25, SENSE25. That will give you 25% off of your first order. The first one. After that, no deal for you. They're like crack dealers. And the Trek Federation, not going to go deep into trekfederation.com today, because we know right now Russ Haslage, this is his organization, and Odyssey One is our sister sci-fi network here at Cuddle Me Buff. So you got Mojo 50 that talks about the libertarian stuff, and you've got the Spoonies that talks about the food, fun, lots of food, lots of fun, only a little bit of travel, because when you're having too much fun, it's not safe to drive. Chef Patrick over there, we love him. And then we've got Russ and Odyssey, which is all things sci-fi. Absolutely fantastic. Love this network. Very non-confrontational, very loving people. So make sure, if you haven't had a chance to check out content on Odyssey Network. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring up, just in case anybody can't see or can see and needs visual aids and needs to be able to read. And yeah, I'll make this cleaner some other time so it's easier to read. But right now, I want to focus on the material, focus on what's at hand. So we go to Mojo 50 to find out more about me. Also, you can find me on Twitter, at TWSS on Mojo 50, at Al Percolo. You can find me on Facebooks. You can now find me on a new network, and we're going to be meeting some new people for our Building America segment. So excited about this. So if you have anyone that you think should be shared on Building America, should be given the opportunity to talk free on the show and on the network, really, because if it's a great phone conversation, other hosts on the network will probably want to talk to them too. So if you have somebody for the Building America segment, make sure to email me, jen@uncommontalkradio.com. And if you're thinking to yourself, I did email you, I didn't get anything back, bitch, guess what? You probably spelt something wrong. Serious. seriously, people also can find me on Parler and MeWe, the anti-Twitter and anti-Facebook that we're currently using. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. So I have a friend. She is of the persuasion of being an American who identifies as having African descendancy, also Dominican descendancy. And when she saw my name, percolator, she's so rude. She's like, do you even know what house music is? Do you like house music? And frankly, for the most part, like especially new house music, I am not into house music, but there's some house music I like. There's some electronica I like. There's some tech I like. It depends. You know, there are days when I feel like Skrillex and there's days when I don't. I know that's not house. I'm trying to make a point here. Just stick with me. So she's like, do you even... Yes, I know it's a song. Yes, I have played the song at many events. What I love most about the song is whenever I get to see my sister-in-law get down and dirty with it. She knows how to percolate. Both of my sister-in-laws do. So, just to be clear, I do know what else my name means. Besides, for many of our community who think a percolator is just something you make your coffee in. Nothing wrong with that either. We're loving and accepting of all types here. I'm not that much of a cracker, but I'm a cracker. So, moving on. And I know that there are people that are just dying with the fact that I am slurping without using my sound effects. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can pull my sound effects up here. There you go. Did that make you happy? I can totally handle being criticized. Please bring it, bring it, bring it. Certain people on the chat rooms who have been with me and been listening for a while understand that I can take it as much as I give it, and I don't do well with compliments. So if I'm not a fan of compliments, what does that mean? That means when you contact me and say, hey, great show, I'm annoyed. And when you contact me and say, hey, worst show I've ever seen today, don't know how they can allow you on this network, then I know I am loved. That's just the way my mother raised me. Talking about whistleblowers. All right, so whistleblower used to be that someone had to have firsthand knowledge of a situation, meaning that they were actually a witness to whatever it was that they were reporting. You cannot be a whistleblower unless you are actually a witness to what has happened. But they went through some point within 2 months before Adam Schiff started talking about whistleblowers in Ukraine, before Adam Schiff started talking about the Ukraine at all. Within that 2 months prior to that, they changed whistleblower to be that the person could have secondhand knowledge, and in some cases third-hand knowledge, of a situation to become a quote-unquote protected whistleblower. Protected from what? Protected from having their identity released and protected from prosecution for how they came by the information. So now that the whistleblowers' claims have been released, we now know that they did not have firsthand knowledge for show. So most likely that rules for the whistleblower were changed because they already knew about this whistleblower and changed the rules real quick before being able to release this information. So it's kind of dirty dealings. And then, if you look at it, Adam Schiff, and I didn't enjoy this process, but that's why I do it so you don't have to. You can go back into Adam Schiff's tweets, and you can see where as the Mueller report died down, because there was no there. Shifty Schiff needed something new to talk about. And in August, about the middle of August, he started talking about Trump and a phone call with the Ukraine. And he's got evidence. So there's a couple of tweets there, but he had knowledge of this quite some time ago. And then you add this to the people who are close to the matter, using my air quotes now, saying that it is Adam Schiff's Intelligence Committee lawyers who actually helped draft the whistleblower statement, because it reads like a CIA field agent report. It doesn't read like somebody who sat down and went, okay, well, the other day I was sitting there and I was having my latte and this guy walked up to me and I know him because he works at blah, blah, blah. And he told me, did you hear about what Trump said on the phone call? And I went, no, what'd he say? And then the guy told me that Trump said this, this, and this. And I found that really disturbing. And that's the reason why I reached out to you. No. This thing has cited and stacked, and it is, right? So when you look at the report, and that also makes it purposefully confusing. So then we've got how far, there's my issue, how far is Adam Schiff involved in this? I will tell you what I think. I'm starting to think that Adam Schiff is himself the whistleblower. That he himself heard conversations about this Ukrainian phone call and was upset that more people weren't bothered by it, and he was really looking for something to do here, so he created this entire situation himself. Would we be surprised? Would we be surprised by this? No. Why is this man still in office? And then the head of the Intelligence Committee. Okay. Trump now wanting the opportunity to face his accuser. Sorry, sir. You're already facing him. Your accuser is Schiff. Even if Schiff isn't the whistleblower, your accuser is Schiff. Okay? The whistleblower is just hearsay and secondhand information. If we're going to follow the rules, we're going to follow the rules. They change the rules. It's not fair when you change the rules 5 minutes before you start the game. But that's what they did, and here we are. And all of the members, all the Republican members of the committee, they want to come out and cry about it now. It's not fair. It's not fair. They changed the rules, blah, blah, blah. Well, where were you? Why didn't you say something about this before? Why didn't you care before now? Republicans, why are you waiting until now when it's a good soundbite? Why didn't you bring it up then? If you were doing your job and paying attention and knew this happened. Sorry. And getting that angry brow thing again. So the House really, really excited and amped up over impeachment. We are going to get to the bottom of this whistleblower scandal, this Ukrainian scandal. So whip out really quick. We've subpoenaed Mike Pompeo. We've scheduled 5 depositions now with State Department officials. It's time to go on vacation. 2 weeks. Who else is taking vacation at the beginning of October? Why? It's not a holiday. What am I missing? In the meantime, the Biden campaign has sent a letter out to the media saying, you cannot talk about my son, you cannot talk about Hunter Biden, and you shouldn't have Giuliani on any of your shows. The unmitigated gall of anyone in politics to send instructions and threats to the media. You're like, all right, well, Trump threatens the media all the time. I haven't heard him actually threaten the media. He's called them out on their BS, but I haven't heard him threaten them. But for the Biden campaign to have the balls to think that anyone in any of these newspapers or any of these networks would get that memo and say, oh, yes, we must do what he says. That's the problem with the media right now. We're coming up, more Shifty Shift.
Hi, I'm Bill Freitas. Are you in need of pro audio equipment?
I need it!
PA systems, compressors, mics, stands, speakers, custom cabinets, new and previously owned, with affordable payment options. We promise. You need Musitec. 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 Call and ask for Frank. With over 20 years experience in the pro AV world, he can help you find the equipment you need. Visit us at musitec.net.